What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new trailer for Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. This random Monday morning, I was having a nice, chill, relaxing morning, and just out of nowhere, here we go.
Welcome to Hyrule, from the Central Plateau, where Hyrule Castle stands enfolded by its castle town. To the outermost reaches, you'll encounter new and interesting people in each of its diverse regions.
It's interesting that they decided to call it a Central Plateau.
Consists of scorching dunes
we have the Gerudo
as far
Desert.
As the eye can see, and is prone to frequent sandstorms.
We had something that was, sort of desert-like
tribe,
in Link's Awakening, but now here we go full swing. And also the fact that, for the first time ever you're playing as a girl, you should be able to enter Gerudo Desert, right?
To relax. Jabul Waters is home to some of Hyrule's most scenic waterways. It's also where you can find the Sea Zora and the River Zora.
So it's really interesting that we have two different races of Zora here, but it makes sense that, they would have evolved to be freshwater and seawater, so that's neat.
What could they be fighting about?
I'm guessing a tainted water supply, or territorial, or which way the salmon are going.
Volcano region. Kakariko Village is nestled at the mountain's base, but you'll have to treacherous trails to reach the home of the Gorons.
I like how this is sort of like Ocarina of Time reminiscent with like the three major factions.
The Farron wetlands are a lush labyrinth of vegetation. As you wander the jungle,
then it's more the Majora's Masky, because now we have the Deku as well.
Have a voracious sweet tooth. You're likely to encounter people dealing with problems great and small.
Oh, we have main quest and side quest tracking.
Keep track of
so just like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, we have just a list of the quests here, which that's so refreshing.
Is a big part of your journey. And wise heroes are often rewarded for their good deeds.
Instead of you having to just remember everything, having that full hit list there, that's great.
Objects known as waypoints are scattered throughout the land.
Why do they look like anthills?
You can return to it quickly by selecting it on your map.
Oh, our first look at the map. If you see, they're not doing like the regular grid that they did in Link's Awakening. Instead, it's a much more organic style of map, which I love. And considering how close some of these fast travel points are, it's really convenient looking. Big fan of that.
Even with the benefit of fast travel, getting around Hyrule can prove challenging.
Oh, no fall damage,
like
nice.
These, why walk when you can ride?
That's not Epona, is it?
Gallop right over weaker enemies to send them flying.
Okay, so it functions like a horse,
obstacles with ease.
But in 2D, and that horse is adorable.
Once you learn to make a carrot echo, you'll be able to call upon your trusty steed from anywhere in the overworld. You may come across smoothie shops, manned by business scrubs. Here you can blend the ingredients you've collected into delicious drinks. Smoothies have different effects based on the ingredients you choose. They're sure to come in handy during your travels.
Oh, so it's like a simple cooking system.
You can also equip outfits and accessories to enhance
There's
your
also
abilities.
Potions up there, so maybe we're getting bottles back.
And to look fashionable, obviously.
So there's accessories, and then there's also outfits. Do they give us different benefits? I'm seeing a lot of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom influence in a 2D game, and I'm definitely here for it.
Through winding caves. Or
you can use keys like Okuko.
Creating echoes is key to success. But sometimes they may not be enough. A huge boulder like this cannot be learned as an echo, and your other echoes won't move it either. For obstacles like these, Tri has got you covered with the power of Bind.
Ultrahand.
Use it to make even a massive
That is
boulder
Ultrahand. That is 100% Ultrahand. They took Ultrahand from Tears of the Kingdom
Bind can help you
and made it
buried
a 2D
treasure,
version.
or even reposition troublesome enemies.
Except you can grab
you can
enemies.
Also use Bind on your echoes.
Oh.
So get creative and find ways to forge ahead.
That's pretty neat.
Alternatively, if you want to follow a moving object yourself, you can use Reverse Bond to go
And
where
there it
goes.
is.
Take advantage.
I call it Ultrahand because first we had Magnesis, and then they have to improve upon it, and then it became Ultrahand. Then you have to improve upon it, and while you're not going to be able to glue things together, you're going to be able to ride something else. So other than just you controlling it, you could have it control you. That's awesome.
Of a creature's ability to fly.
Okay, now you can fly.
To move around quickly.
Going to be doing that a lot.
Swapping between bind and reverse
Is that spider going to crawl up the wall?
Is a great way to find clever paths forward.
And then also down the water spout.
Let your imagination run wild, and you're bound to come
up
up
a tree.
with all sorts of ideas.
Okay.
Use bind in combination with your echoes to overcome obstacles. Understanding how these two
Was that our first time seeing dismissing an echo?
Obstacles. Understanding how these two abilities work together will be essential.
Then you're just going to throw him down the hole.
Mysterious rifts are overtaking Hyrule. What else will Zelda have to contend with in her grand adventure to save her kingdom?
Oh, so you have a way to enter
find
into the purple. And that's the end of the trailer. Okay, so for those of you who played Tears of the Kingdom, you know how there was the entire world, right? And then there was the small islands in the sky. And then they never told you that you're going to be able to go underground and that it's the entire size of the map. What if there's going to be an entire low rule situation in which you're going to have the entire world into this dark void realm? And that's where other stuff is going on. That's where Link fell to. Also, in I think it was like a website listing or an ESRB rating, we heard that you're playing as Zelda and Link, and that's yet to be officially confirmed. But if you are going to be entering this environment before the end of the game, that would make sense. I don't know. I just really enjoy how there are so many different things that have been implemented from the more recent Zelda games that have been brought back to this. Like the Zora flippers, so you were able to have different outfits that gave you different abilities. That's essentially what the Zora armor did in Breath of the Wild, but now it's just a simple accessory. Also, kind of looks like a croc, just saying. The fact that they explicitly didn't say Epona means that it's just some random horse, and we saw two different horses show up. We saw this white horse, and then we saw the brown horse earlier. So, do you get to catch your own horse? Being able to follow side quests and main quests like you did in Breath of the Wild, huge fan of that, and it gives you a little description of what's going on here. Love that. Was that in Link's Awakening? I don't remember. It's been a while since I played that game. We're having Deku Scrubs return for the first time since Majora's Mask. Yeah, I think so. First time since Majora's Mask. We also saw that directly to the south. We don't know if this is Farin yet. We can see that Gerudo Desert is over here by this big old cactus. Are they just going for like the general Zelda layout that to the south you have the Deku area, to the left you have the Gerudo area, to the north you have Death Mountain, to the right you have the Zora, essentially following the Ocarina of Time layout? Is that also the Majora's Mask layout? I think that's also the Majora's Mask layout. I'm just getting excited for this. This doesn't feel like a 40-hour game. This feels like a 14 to 20, 22-hour game. But we're gonna have to wait and see. I mean, Link's Awakening was an 8-hour game, if you knew what you're doing. If you didn't know you were doing as a 12-hour game, the same as like Pikmin 3. But this one, it feels a little bit more substantial. And with all of the side quests going on, it feels like there's gonna be a lot more time in order for it to be complete. I am going to be doing a 100% walkthrough on this channel as well as some tips and tricks, and this game does come out end of September 26th, so be sure to subscribe and follow the channel for updates, walkthrough, tips and tricks, and more for Echoes of Wisdom. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, Austin John out.